recording so that we can have this for forever. But we're not going to start the video. We're not going to start the training quite yet. I see someone has covered their screen with something because they probably don't want the video, but you can, if you look down at the bottom, it'll say stop video, or sometimes it's at the top.
On the bottom, right here. I see
yeah,
mine
on Mac it's at the top, but on PCs is at the bottom, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
It's at the bottom. Okay.
I have a Mac and it's on the bottom.
It's on the bottom. Oh, there we go. My Mac has it at the top. I wonder why. It's fine. I don't mind. So Miss Jessie, you can see my face and my screen.
Yes, I see you on top. I see everyone on top, and then I could see the bottom.
Great, and you can pin, if you go in the upper right corner of my screen, you see these 3 buttons. You can click that and you can pin me. So everyone else will stay at the top, but I'll be like off to the side or something.
Okay.
If you want to.
Okay.
Cool beans. Who else is on? I see Ms. Machado, Ms. Estrada, Carolina, Maria Rubio, and the red. There we go.
And Lupita's iPhone.
Oh, there we go. Awesome. Well, we have 7 people here out of the 8.
Yes.
So I guess we can go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone. My name is Ms. McBride. I am the new math interventions specialist at Watts Learning Center. I started working at Watts 3 weeks before we were all sent home, so that's exciting.
Aww.
And I'm here to help you understand Google Classroom a little bit better. And Miss Jessie, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Miss Jessie. I'm the parent coordinator of Watts Learning Center.
Awesome, awesome. The first thing I want to know is, what do you guys want to know about Google Classroom? Like, what are some of your questions? Feel free to.
And then we also have a chat box.
There's
right
a chat box. If you click more, there's a chat box, and then everyone can type questions in there if they want to.
So let me say hello to everyone so they can see me. And you want to say everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
Everyone, so we could all see it?
Yeah. And the great thing about Zoom is you can send chat messages to everyone or to an individual privately, and no one else will see it. So if you want to send me a question that you don't want everybody to see, that's fine. But there are no silly questions because this is all new to all of us. Anybody have any questions? I don't want to just lecture and yes, no?
Or maybe in the end.
Maybe okay. Well, usually people are like, okay, this is what I absolutely have to know.
Yeah.
And then I jump in from there. But this is Google Classroom, as you can see. Let me close the chat for now. This is Google Classroom, and each teacher has their own classroom. Some classes are working together as a grade, some are working individually, and some are doing both. So when your child goes onto their Chromebook and they go into Google Classroom, they'll see a page similar to this. At the top here, let me see if I can. Let's see. We'll do this. Really? Okay, then I'm not going to do it then. Okay, so up here, it says stream. The stream is where students can see, teachers can post assignments and general information. And like here, I posted a new material so that my students can go there and get that information. It's usually just a document. What Google Classroom does, it's a way for the teachers to communicate directly with the students. The students can turn their classwork in on Google Classroom. The teachers can grade it on Google Classroom. The students can see updates on Google Classroom. It's really it's basically like an online classroom. The great thing about it is Each teacher can send work to each student individually or as a group or in any sort of combination there. So a lot of the learning your child will probably experience will be a little bit more custom tailored because they're not sitting in a class of 20 or 30. It's really like they're in a class of 1. So this is the mainstream. And then classwork will always be here. This is where you as a parent can go and see what your child is supposed to be doing. The other great thing about Google Classroom is if you ask your child, you know, what do you have to do for school? And they say, oh, nothing, I already did it. You can actually go into the classwork and see if they did it, okay? Over here, when they have an assignment, it will tell you the last time your child worked on it. I don't know if you see down here at the bottom. The last time your child worked on the assignment, the last time it was opened at least, and you can see if they turned it in. Up here where it says people, this will be a list of all the students in the class. So if your child needs to message another student and say, hey, how did you do this assignment? I need help. They can message other students, or you can message any of the teachers from here. And at the top are grades. That's where the teacher will post grade assignments that they've graded. So that's pretty much how Google Classroom works. Teachers in this stream can, like I said, post assignments, but also they'll be posting like links, things if they want to schedule a session, they'll schedule it here in the stream. And up here is the class code. So you should know your child's class code. So if they can't get to their Chromebook or they need to get on or they need to use their phone, they can always use this class code to get into the classroom. Any questions so far? Yes, no, maybe so.
I have a question.
Yes.
If a student's taking their Chromebook home and they open up their computer, where is Google Classroom on their computer for them to find it?
Miss Jessie would know, is there a button or a link already on their Chromebook or no?
No, they would go on their email. I think that's where we're gonna go over, like how to sign in.
Okay, so they will probably go to google.com or wherever their email is, and let me sign out.
That's what I did. Went to the email address, the
Yeah.
website.
So
And
let me sign out. So they would go to google.com and sign in again. So they would just sign in. I'm going to sign back into my email. It needs to verify me, of course. There we go. Is it going to text me? Okay, great. So if you go here to these 3 dots up at the corner, you see by my little avatar there, call it the keypad. If you scroll down through here, Classroom is in there. So again, you would come to this sort of keypad and then keep scrolling down and Classroom is right there. Okay. And if they're signed into their Gmail, they'll automatically be signed into their Classroom.
Okay.
Yep. And there is a Google Classroom app that they could put, if they have an iPad or any sort of tablet or any sort of phone, they can do that. But at the same time, they can just go here to here and then to Classroom and then get in there. And if you need to, you as a parent can sign in as your child to see the classroom. If you're signing in as yourself, you won't be able to see all of the assignments or all those sort of things. You'd have to be signed in as your child. Any other questions?
And then just one other question. If I wanted to have a meeting with a parent, the parent could sign in on their child's Chromebook and meet with me?
If you wanted to have a meeting, you mean like a one-on-one with the parent privately?
Or an IEP meeting.
An IEP. I would do an IEP meeting over Zoom or Hangout.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. We cannot use children's identification to do things like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we got to protect, it's a HIPAA act. So
Yeah.
we have to use, Parent Square has video, I believe now, or I'm going to look more on that, but I think Google has it now. I mean, Parent Square. And Zoom is the best way. And if they have Gmail, then we could do it through, separated from the child's email. We can't use children's email for anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, let me see. There was something else I was going to show you. Where's my agenda? Miss Jessie, do you have any questions you've been getting from parents that we need to talk about?
I know that Ms. Baptiste wanted us to join, parents to join our Google Classroom. Parents are welcome to join our Google Classroom, but it would have to be under their email. So if they're interested in like trying it out themselves, what that looks like as like us adults, she has like a movie club, you can say, like a book club / movie club that, she engages parents. Or I'm gonna also on mine, we're gonna do like little assignments. So that would be the Google Classroom Training 2.0, which we will assign you things, but it would be like our adult version. Like it wouldn't be with our kids' email. So if you're interested in the chat room, you can, in our chat room, just email or Parent Square me the email, say you're interested on Parent Square, and then we could invite you to the Google Classroom, but not from your child's email. We would do your email and invite you. I think they found a way where we could invite outside.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
outside.
I know there's a feature on here where a teacher can add someone as not a fellow teacher, but sort of like as an aide. Like I know some of the aides are added that way. So parents can communicate that way, but they definitely have to use their own personal email. They can't use their child's email. When it comes to assignments, every time someone posts in the Google Classroom, your child should, like, let's say your child's teacher posts an assignment in the stream here. You see Miss Baptiste just message me there. But every time a teacher posts into the stream, your child's going to get an email saying you have a new assignment, and right in the email, they just click the link and it'll take them right to the Google Classroom where the assignment is.
So So Ms. Brett, it's important for the students. The first thing they do, which I told my daughter because she has Google Classroom, check your email. That's the first thing you do, like us. Like check your emails first to see what are the new assignments. Yeah.
And parents should know that the Chromebooks, the teachers are able to monitor their use on the Chromebooks, right, Ms. Jessie?
Yes. So the teachers have Go Guardian, so they know exactly when they log in, when they log out, when they're working an assignment live. They see the kids, what they're watching. So teachers can message them and say, hey, get to work. I know you're on this or you're on YouTube. So Go Guardian, if the child opens their email, Go Guardian right away activates, and they can see what the child is doing to make sure they're on task, and for safety reasons as well.
And that's one of the things that a lot of parents are saying about this new way that we're remote learning is that, you guys have jobs, you guys have other kids, you have other things on your plate. Are you supposed to be monitoring between 8 and 3 every minute of your child's learning? Not necessarily. There's Go Guardian, the teachers, if they're doing online sessions, they're sort of monitoring. Your job as a parent is really to check in and make sure that they're doing the classwork that's assigned, that they're turning it in on time, and that when they are in front of the computer, that they are on task. But it's not necessarily something you're sitting there monitoring your child from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's correct, right, Miss Jessie?
Yes, and if they feel like it's too much for the child, that's when they communicate with us, because maybe we need to accommodate or we need to see what what maybe that as a parent, it's like my child was really frustrated with this activity, and that's when parents communicate through Parent Square to the parent and say, you know, my child was, it was a little bit too much, or like, what do you advise? Because a lot of teachers, they're like, well, in the classroom I usually take breaks, or, you know, this is a way to communicate with the teacher. And parents, like, if you see that frustration with the child, like, please talk to the teacher to see what else can they do to plan. Every child is different. And
Yep.
maybe some of them need breaks, or sometimes the teacher, sometimes it's so much going on right now that we forget. So then we're like, yes, like when you know, I usually they get up every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes, we do a little stretch, or, you know, and that will help out a lot. And it's about communicating with the teacher to see what's the best practices or what they do, you know, during.
That's the beauty of this, is you can really, even though your child's not in a classroom, like I said, it's sort of individualized. If they do need to take 10-minute breaks, I know personally, I usually have to take a break every 20 minutes and just get up and walk around, simply because, you know, ADHD, that's just how we do, you know. And it's totally okay for your child to take a break, or for you to be able to say, you know, let's put this aside for a second and revisit it a little bit later. And let me reach out to your teacher and see if she can help you, that sort of thing. It's totally okay for you to do that.
Yes, my daughter had an assignment for PE, and she is not on Google Docs. Google Docs you can edit and do, and she's like, she got frustrated because she does have an IEP, and she's like, Mom, like, I can't type on this, but you have to write it. And she didn't she was so frustrated. So I immediately talked to her resource teacher. I talked to her, she goes, thank you so much. And then the teacher right away accommodated my daughter. So if I didn't communicate, my daughter would have been frustrated. And if I didn't take that time to communicate with them, she did that for all the kids. So it didn't just help my child, but it helped all the children that she put that assignment and put it on Google Docs, because teachers are learning as well,
Right.
you know. So you know
what I do want the parents to know is that I've talked to teachers all over the country. I have teacher friends all over the country, and what we're doing at Watts is we're ahead of the curve. You know, a lot of schools aren't telling the kids anything. They don't have Google Classroom set up. The kids don't have Chromebooks. You know, so we're really ahead of the curve. So we appreciate the parents being patient with us as we get going. But, you know, feel encouraged, because we're really moving a lot faster than most schools like us are. Any other questions? You guys got it? You think you can do Google Classroom now?
Yes.
Yay. I mean, it's really simple. I mean, it's just getting on and figuring out where everything is. This section over here, everything in the G Suite, they call it, is here. You know, your Gmail, your Google Docs, your calendar. The great thing about Google Classroom is that if a teacher puts a date on an assignment, it ends up on the student's calendar when that assignment is due. So,
or the Hangout, like when to log in.
Yeah, and if there's a Hangout, it'll end up on the student's calendar. So please encourage your child to check the calendar too, because it'll just put it all up on a grid. You know, on Tuesday this is due at 4 and this is due at 6, and it's really awesome how integrated it is. Well, if there's no other questions, are there any other questions? You have to unmute yourself. Let me see who is here. Participants.
We will have coffee with the principal, so Ms. Baptiste will answer a lot of questions that parents have. We will have parent council as well for that platform. So I know a lot of parents have those questions, and we will have that platform for the parents for all the questions.
Awesome. Well, if there's no other questions, Miss Jessie, do you feel like we can end it here if there's no other questions?
Well, yes, if everyone's comfortable. We have another one coming up. It's in the calendar, so if they want to come again and refresh, and if they have any more questions, they could Parent Square us, where you could find Ms. McBride or Ms. Jessie and let us know if you're stuck or if you need to communicate with the teacher. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Awesome.
Thank you, Ms. McBride.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. And I certainly hope you learned something. And if you didn't, email us, let us know what questions you still have, and we'll do our best to answer them. Awesome. Well, take care, you guys.
Thank you very much for your help.
Oh, you're welcome very much. We're here for you.
Thank you.
Let me figure out how to stop recording. Oh, there we go. Stop recording. Have a great day, you guys.